Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Jessica. It's so nice to meet you. I'm actually here to apply for the supervisor position here at Vocational Services.
That's great.
Thank you.
So why would you want this job?
I want this job because actually I was a consumer for 7 years at Riverside 3, and Riverside 3 has changed my life within 7 years. So to be able to have that impact in my life and the changes it did for me, I want to be able to do that for somebody else and see how the changes make them as it did for me.
Okay. What type of work do you enjoy doing the most?
I enjoy socializing with people. I enjoy making people feel welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I just love making people happy because that's the best gift you're ever gonna have in life.
Okay. What are your strongest skills?
My strongest skills are communicating with people in ASL. When it comes to communicating, I love how people can trust me with problems, talking in general, or just be outspoken. And then when it comes to problems, I tell them you can come to me with anything, because I've noticed with co-vocational or any other location, if something is wrong or bothering them during the day, it drags their day down and they're all sad. So to be able to talk to somebody about it and then they're all happy the next moment, that's the best. So I want to be able to lift up their day and make it a pleasant day. When you are out of your house for 6 hours, you don't want it to be all misery. You want it to be all happy and joy. So that's why I love communicating with people. And ASL, I'm sorry, I almost missed that. With ASL, it's just, I grew up with ASL. My cousin was deaf, so the only way I can communicate with her is through ASL. But growing up, I found out how much I love it, because to be able to teach somebody like my day program groups now, I teach them ASL. I actually communicate with them in ASL and have full-on conversations. But I actually started doing ASL more now because I have trouble talking. And when I start having trouble talking or start just stuttering, it really helps me out to see what I want to say as I'm stuttering. So ASL has been a big part of my life as well.
Okay. Do you think of yourself as a team player?
Yes, I do, actually. In high school, we had a job where we had to assemble. If you don't mind me, I'm going to borrow this.
Go ahead.
See this packet? This wouldn't be a packet. One person would actually take this paper, pass it, another one person would put a paper on top of it, another person would staple it, and then put it in the package. To have, say, 100 of these, 1,000 of these, 500 of these by, say, in a week, that's a lot of work for one person. So we did what they call assembling work, where you would need that teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think other than that, I'm a good teamwork, because that's what you need in assembling work.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. What is important to you in a company?
And what is important to me in a company is that they have communication skills or structure. I actually was in another location, and once the communication was thrown off, it wasn't only thrown off by the staff, it was also thrown off to the consumers too, because the staff, they feel all the pressure that the consumers feel all the pressure that the staff is feeling. So So miscommunication can mess up everybody if it's the staff or the consumer, and then there goes the consumer's day. I don't want that for them. I think having good communication in this program would make their day go so much better.
Okay. Do you have a geological preference? Are you willing to relocate?
Actually, I do not have a geological preference because I feel that, say if I move, there's different locations everywhere on this company, or somebody that could actually live closer to me, or that I could be willing to pick up. If I had a geological preference, it would be like, oh, I can't pick this consumer up because I only want to pick up here. I don't think that's right to have a geological preference, because then it's taking the individual's services away, and I don't want to do that for them.
Okay. Why do you think you're the best candidate for this job?
I'm going to recap a little bit, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I think I'm the best candidate for this job because, like I said, I was a consumer for 7 years. So actually being a consumer for 7 years, you look and observe and experience things that staff do. Because in a way, the staff feelings, the staff, when they talk, they talk to us about their concerns and their work-related stuff too. So as consumers, we relay our feedback on them as well. So I feel like I have the experience from this as well to be able to be the best for this job. I have actually had consumers come up to me before the staff because they feel more comfortable talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to have that experience as a consumer, and to have the love from staff, from PACs, from everybody as a consumer, I just want to be able to have that impact on consumers as a staff, not a consumer going on consumer.
Okay. That's good to know. Have you ever been fired from a job?
No, I have not.
Okay. Does your current employers know that you are planning to leave?
That you, excuse me, I don't know if you don't mind, you mean planned on leaving?
Do your current employers know that you are planning to leave?
They actually did know I was planning on leaving my jobs because when school is out, I always look for something else to do during the summer because I don't like being home at my house bored. So I was always looking for a job to help pay the bills or to help in general, because that's who I am. I'm all about my family. Somebody asks me for money, I'm there. So at the time summer came, I'm like, I want to work for them. I want to work for my family. But they did know that I only did my jobs in the summer or weekends because school was my priority. And now that I am graduating, I am actually looking for a job so that I'll be full-time.
Okay.
But they did know I was leaving. I would never leave somebody high and dry or that kind of type of thing.
Okay, good to know. That has been all the questions, so thank you for your time.
It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Hi.
It's so nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to meet
Jessica.
you, Jessica. I'm Luka. Nice to meet you.
Okay. So, why are you here today?
I'm here to apply for your diagnostic imaging program.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the culture of your company?
Okay. The culture of our company is the patients always come first. And, okay, if the patients always come first, how do you feel about that?
I really enjoy that the patients come first. I enjoy working with them, and well, since money isn't that much of what comes first, it seems like it's a really caring hospital.
The patients always come first, but in any hospital, there are demands by the administration to get things done. So, we do not need to meet money goals just as any business.
Okay,
How does that sound to you?
sounds logical.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, name a time you had to make a difficult decision about something work-related. What happened and what was the outcome?
Back in high school, I applied to be in this program called Lead Crew. We were supposed to mentor the incoming freshmen, and the first task was to be divided into groups. But right away, I knew that my group wasn't going to work for me. They didn't let me do any work, and they often ignored me. When it came to me doing my work, they just said, "Nope, we're moving on."
And just to let you know, we're not going to ignore you here. If you have any concerns, anything work-related that I may help you with, please don't hesitate, because I will help you. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you, that's so nice.
Okay.
But the decision I had to make was whether I could stay or leave, and I just decided to stay, and I ended up doing whatever leftover work was not done.
Well, that shows me that you are in a way hardworking, and you don't like to see things. Say, for example, this pile up. This is my small pile, so excuse me. Okay. Name a time when you had a lot of assignments due. What did you do? How did you handle it?
A lot of assignments due. On a day that's really busy for me, I tend to have my 2 morning classes, a couple of computer assignments, and helping a friend of mine.
Have you ever taken any fast classes in college or anywhere else?
Yes, I have taken fast drive classes in college.
How have you handled the stress?
I usually prioritize my work with a list. I keep alarms on my phone so I'm on time all of the time.
I love that. I love how you said that, because to be able to have something that will help you prioritize, that's what we need here. So I love that. Name 3 skills that you possess that would most benefit you in this job.
3 skills that will most benefit me in this job are my problem-solving abilities, my skill with technology, and my ability to talk with people.
And don't worry about taking your time.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. Name 3 negative qualities you have. How do you think it will harm you in this job?
My 3 negative qualities are my nervousness, my absent-mindedness, and my self-criticism. I tend to be very nervous, which can prevent me from talking to people.
Well, as it is right now, you seem to be talking to me fine. I just want you to know that this is an open pretend it's an open communication. It's not an interview. We're just 2 people talking.
Okay, I'll try.
What 3 words would you describe your ideal environment?
I would love a protective environment that is ever-changing and calming. I choose a calming environment to keep work going smoothly, one that's ever-changing to keep me on my toes and continue my work. It keeps me motivated. And one that's protective so that everybody has the best experience while working.
What would you do if it was chaotic? How would you handle it?
I'd probably take charge and tell everybody to be quiet.
Okay. What have you accomplished that demonstrates your initiative?
I have done a lot of group projects, and I usually am the leader when it comes to group projects, and I really enjoy, I really enjoy doing a lot of the work and putting work into presentations, and now I'm ready.
Okay, if you had to, say, give one of your other teammates the leader role, are you able to do that?
I have done that before, and I usually do help them with it as well, because they do prefer that, but
Because
it depends on the leader
Uh-huh.
and if they are strong enough to do it.
Because in other words, you kind of know more what you're doing than they do, or more, or are they
In
more,
my experience, yes, I do tend to know a little bit more.
or are they more nervous when it comes to leadership roles?
It's usually that they were more nervous and really passive.
I can understand that. Okay. I'm going to skip number 7 because you kind of already answered that for me. So, are you willing to relocate?
At the moment, no. In the next few years, if the position is a good fit, then I should be able to.
Okay. Why do you think you're the best candidate for this job? Why should I hire you?
I feel that my logical mind would be a great asset to this hospital.
And one more question before I let you go.
Okay.
What accomplishments are you most proud of, particularly as it relates to your field?
One of my favorite experiments in my anatomy class was dissecting a pig fetus.
Ooh, sounds interesting.
Yeah, I did. I loved cutting it open and naming all the organs, which were the main tasks of
Did
just the dissection.
Did that part kind of gross you out or anything, or were you able to handle it?
It did not gross me out, actually. I just had a lot of fun.
All right. That was my last question. I am actually very happy to hear your answers because from your enthusiasm, it shows me that you are very enthusiastic about this job, and I am looking forward to seeing your resume and your cover letter and the rest of it. But until then, until I go over all that information, it was good meeting you, and I hope to see you soon.
It was nice to meet you as well.
Thank you. Hi,
Hi,
what's your name?
my name is Stella.
It's good to meet you. I'm Jessica. I'm going to be the one interviewing you today.
Thank you.
Before we get started, I was wondering if there is anything freely that you would like to tell me, because I like to normally do this so that the stress kind of builds down. So is there anything? If not, that's okay as well.
Yeah, I like I like working with people, and you can see me. I have a lot of smile most of the times, and
I love
I'm
that
friendly.
about you. Yes, I love that about you.
That's
Okay, would you like to get started?
yes.
Okay. Name a time when you had to make a difficult decision about something work-related. What happened and what was the outcome?
Oh my God. Yeah, I work as a nurse in the hospital. There was this incident we have at work, and one of the patients has to call for help. Then, when the patient calls for help, our duty as nurses, we are to attend to them like immediately. So I was busy. I was in my unit, busy. So it comes, the patient rang the bell, and one of our superior was standing there, and I look at her. Somebody needs help, and she goes, "Ignore." I was like, "What? This person needs help," and she goes, "The patient is too demanding. Ignore." I didn't like it. I felt so bad. Like I was busy with another patient. So what happened was, we have a bad decision. The patient fell from the bed. So the following morning, this incident happened, and the management has to call everybody. I didn't have any decision. The superior, was also a friend of mine. It was so difficult for me, but you know what? I have to tell the truth, and I have to tell on her what happened.
I love that about you, how you can put your friends and coworkers separate. I love that about you because that's the most important thing in a job.
Yeah, I
And-
know. Patient comes first.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
name a time when you had a lot of assignments due. What did you do and how did you handle it?
Yeah, have an opportunity to get a job in my workplace when with a lot of assignment. When me assignment meaning attending to a lot of patients because I work in a hospital. So what happened was is that I got to work that morning and unfortunately 2 of my co-workers calling sick. Family emergency. And I was stuck with all this work. Means I have to do more work. So what happened was that the work become more workloaded.
Did you feel overwhelmed by that because the workload?
Not really.
Were you able to get it done?
Yes, I was able to get it done. What I did was I have to call my supervisor and let him have to understand that the workload is going to be a little bit more, so I have to prioritize. So what I did was I attended to the most sickest patient, the patient that is the condition is so bad. So I started attending it to them. I told her if she can get nurses from other units to her, we're taking the blood pressure on the other patient until I'm there to assist them.
Okay. Name 3 skills that you possess would most benefit you in this job.
Oh my gosh. One of my skills is the ability to communicate with other patients, ability to work together, that is making strive to make teams working in a team, and making sure that things are properly done and put in proper place.
Name 3 negative qualities you have and how do you think they will harm you in this job?
Oh my gosh. Number one.
Take your time.
Number one, tardiness. I have a situation because I have an old woman at home that has stroke. I have a situation where I have to call in sick twice. I don't like it, but my mom, I have to call at work so that I can take care of her. That's one of my decision. That's one of the things that have affected me. The other one is trying to meet up job work and times. So I try as much as possible to do my work, but with time. So I've learned over the years to maybe set up my time to try to work according to the pace, so that I can beat up my job skills, my job work load.
Okay. What are 3 words you would use to describe your ideal work environment?
I want a homely environment, friendly environment, and environment that is that we work together. So that is the type of environment I like working. Friendly, homely, and putting things together.
Are you able to be a team leader if you guys work together?
Oh sure, I can do it, and I've done it in time past.
Are you also able to be a team leader if you a team player if you can't be the leader? I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, oh sure. I like working together as a team.
Okay. Are you willing to relocate?
For now, no. And the reason is because of my mom, my aged mother that I have at home. My relocation, my job, my way to work should not be more than 25 miles from my house. And for now, relocation is a no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a heads up, or further notice, if anything you need accommodations for, you need to come in, you need to come in later you can always let us know and we'll make that work.
Oh, that's
Because I know how important family is to you. And honestly, family is important to me. So, yeah, I completely understand. So, I just wanted you to know that
Oh, thank you. That'll be nice.
anytime. Okay. Why do you think you're the best candidate for this job? Why should I hire you?
Because I think I'm the best candidate with all the skills I've acquired when I was in nursing school, skills beyond my educational skills and working environment. So I think with doing all this, it placed me in a better position to me to be hired. I'm going to put my best to make the job perfect.
And honestly, I can see that you do have good effort, because just us talking for a few minutes, I can really see you're very passionate.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
I appreciate that.
But until then, until I make my decision with these papers right here, and yeah, I'm sorry, they're just like all laying around right here. I will get back to you. I have your resume, I have your cover letter, and yep. Until then, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much.
Anytime.